I got accused of fornicating with these people, and I want to set the record straight. I did not hang out with Lindsay Lohan. I don't booze. I drink absinthe. It's booze is like Prohibition Era.
After Marilyn Manson would reach rock superstar status and be nominated for 4 Grammys, would have 8 releases debut in the top 10, including 2 number ones.
I like to get things off of Amazon Prime. It's my guilty pleasure. Sometimes I get a little too drunk and I buy odd things, but I just bought
After Marilyn Manson would face very serious allegations from his ex, Evan Rachel Wood.
Once I was finally out of my abuser's control, I did whatever I could to feel safe, which meant putting time and space between me, him, and the abuse.
After Marilyn Manson would be seen appearing bloated, sickly, and misscheduled performances while touring with Rob Zombie.
I repeat, Marilyn Manson will not be performing tonight.
He actually missed a show I went to in Toronto. I'll never forget it. God damn it, Marilyn. Who goes for Rob Zombie? My girlfriend actually does. But I was there for Marilyn. Anyway, now Marilyn, he once told Billboard, if you're gonna take on the world, which I've done, well, it takes a lot of backbone, more than people think. I think that's a pretty fair quote and something that a lot of people give him enough credit for. Now in his 50s, he's enjoyed 3 decades of success since his rise to fame in the mid-90s. That was off the cover of his Eurythmics song, Sweet Dreams Are Made of These. The Ozzy Osbourne for a new generation, Marilyn has been making headlines ever since, but not for the best of reasons. Now there's been 3 engagements to Rose McGowan, a marriage to Dita Von Teese, and then there was Evan Rachel Wood, and this resulted in some horrific allegations.
He gifted me a cell phone, which I found out he was monitoring. He downloaded spyware onto my computer and hacked into my emails and social media accounts so I could not reach out for help.
Now we'll have more on that in just a minute. We're also going to take a look at his other passions, including acting, with him having appeared in Californication, Eastbound and Down, Sons of Anarchy, and more. He's also got a recurring role in season 3 of Salem.
Welcome to Jelly Beans. Can I take your trash?
I think we're good with all the trash here right now.
And finally, we're gonna touch base on his relationship with his parents, who sadly have both passed away, but long after their only son was able to reach the height of success that he did. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden back at it again with another Where Are They Now video, this time on the most controversial musician of my generation. Here for you, of course, on Before They're Famous. Now, we dropped an updated biography video just a couple weeks ago and you guys seem to enjoy that one, but we wrapped up that video where we had like a whole bunch of other information that we could tell you guys. It would just take a second video. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Check out the biography after this, and I'll see you guys after the intro.
Are you gonna be able to hang out in New York for a while?
Yeah, we're here for 3 days. We're in a band and we're doing a showcase tomorrow, so we're gonna be hanging out.
From Miami, you said?
Yeah, we're from Miami. Band's Marilyn Manson.
First off, let's do a quick recap. Now, Marilyn Manson, he was born Brian Hugh Warner on January 5th, 1969 in Canton, Ohio. Now, he was the only son to parents Hugh and Barb Warner. Now, from the get-go, young Brian, he endured a tough childhood. He was molested several times by a neighbor. Now, during his youth, he played football and he was a member of the yearbook committee. He was mad into Mad magazines, MTV, rock bands like Kiss. He played Dungeons and Dragons, and he liked to push the boundaries at his Christian school. Now, following high school, his father got a job in Fort Lauderdale, so the family, they moved to Florida. There, young Brian, well, he was enrolled at a local community college called Broward, and here he studied journalism and theater despite his father encouraging him to pick a more practical career. Now, he landed a job with a local Fort Lauderdale magazine known as Parallel 25th. He got an early break when he was able to interview Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails, and he picked up the moniker of Marilyn Manson as a pseudonym, combining the names of Hollywood A-lister Marilyn Monroe, and of course serial killer Charles Manson.
Someday I want to grow up to be a rock star.
Let that be a lesson to you kids.
In 1993, Marilyn Manson and his band, they earned a contract from Trent Reznor's record label, which also earned them a spot on the Nine Inch Nails 1994 tour. Now, Marilyn Manson's first album, it was titled Portrait of American Family, produced by Reznor, and it gave Manson his first taste of commercial success. Now, from there on out, he gained a cult following. His next EP, On Smells Like Children, it was released in 1995, and Marilyn, he received heavy play on MTV when he dropped the cover to the Eurythmics song, Sweet Dreams. Now, this propelled him to platinum status and made him a household name. In 1996, Marilyn Manson, he hit it big with the release of the group's second album, Antichrist Superstar. Now, the album had debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 chart, and Marilyn Manson, he achieved his greatest success in 1998 with the release of Mechanical Animals. The album reached number 1 on the Billboard charts and helped propel ticket sales for the last tour on Earth, which kicked off a year later. Now in 2005, Marilyn, he told Rolling Stone that he was shifting his focus from music to filmmaking. He stated, "I just don't think the world is worth putting music into right now. I no longer want to make art that other people, particularly record companies, are turning into a product. I just want to make art." With that said, he did just drop his 11th studio album. So let's talk more about his personal life and his film career. Now, when Marilyn launched himself to fame, he began taking on smaller roles in films like Jawbreaker alongside his then girlfriend Rose McGowan. He's continued to act in smaller films, then he played himself in Californication, and he was a big fan of Eastbound and Down, so he landed a role in that show. Now, Marilyn, he expressed an interest to play Willy Wonka in the remake, which eventually went to his friend Johnny Depp. But Johnny, he cited Marilyn Manson as the inspiration for his character. So I guess that's a pretty good tip of the hat. Now, Marilyn's first engagement, which lasted 2 years, to Rose McGowan, well, it came to an end around 2001, and it seems that the split, it was an amicable one. Now, the next relationship was with a burlesque dancer, a model, and a costume designer by the name of Dita Von Teese. The two wed in 2004. Now, the marriage, it lasted 2 years, but in the end, Von Teese, she filed for divorce due to irreconcilable differences. Now, tabloids, they reported that his party lifestyle and extramarital affairs, well, they were the reason for the actual split.
I was with him for 7 years, and
Before you got
a lot
married?
of people, yes,
Okay.
7 years total. We were married for only a year, and I feel like getting married was sort of like the kiss of death for us.
Now, his next relationship was with the actress Evan Rachel Wood, and this one's the most troubling. Now, the first two, they got together in 2007, and they maintained an on and off again relationship for several years. Now, when the two actually called it quits, well, Evans then went public with shocking tales of abuse that included control, domestic abuse, torture, and more. It's actually pretty grotesque.
He had bouts of extreme jealousy, which would often result in him wrecking our home, cornering me in a room, and threatening me. I witnessed my abuser threatening people with force or legal action if he worried they would expose him.
Now, the two were engaged for several months before officially splitting up publicly, and whether these accusations are true or false, well, I think it's safe to say that they're not on speaking terms. Now, I was searching the web for a reaction from Marilyn in regards to these allegations. The best I could find was an in-depth Channel 4 interview where he speaks about his ex Rose McGowan and the Me Too movement and her allegations against Harvey Weinstein. Regardless, this is what he had to say.
I mean, when there's serious allegations, and they're always allegations, of course, but I mean, it's when someone starts complaining about something that happened that seems a little bit not as serious as really sexual assault, because I think that's insulting to people that have been sexually assaulted.
Now, Marilyn's most recent girlfriend that the public knows about is photographer Lindsay Usich, but as of 2015, well, there's been no romantic partners publicly mentioned. So I guess he's just a lone wolf. What people might not know about Marilyn was his strong bond with his parents. Now, in 2014, his mother, she died after an 8-year battle with Alzheimer's. Now, Marilyn, he saw his father, a Vietnam War vet. Well, he cried for the very first time at the funeral. Now, when Manson, he purchased his first house in Los Angeles, well, his father drove from Ohio to visit his son. And the two, they got to spend some time together in 2017 before his father passed away.
I got to see him for about a half an hour. I think he was waiting for me. 'Cause I finished the last song on it. The next day, I got this tattoo on my hand. And I flew to Ohio because he had not really told me how ill he was. And I think that he just wanted to be with my mom, wherever that is, you know.
Now, prior to his passing, well, the two actually collaborated for a photo shoot in full makeup. And in regards to his father's passing, well, Marilyn posted to Instagram having this to say. "Today I lost my father, Hugh Warner. He taught me how to be a man, a fighter, and a survivor. He taught me how to shoot a gun, how to drive, how to lead. He will always be the best dad in the world. Somehow and somewhere, I know he is with my mom now. I will keep my promise and never let you down. I miss you. Love you, Dad." Now, at the time of this recording, Marilyn is still recording, he's still touring, and he released his latest album, We Are Chaos, his 11th studio album. Now, his net worth is estimated to be around $25 million, and if you want to know where he lives, well, we've actually dropped a house tour video on our second channel, so we'll leave a link for you to check that out. Also, let me know who you want me to feature next in the comments down below. All right, I'm gonna wrap up this video, but it's not me, it's a guy like me who's a little more rested. So let's roll a clip from that. All right, bye. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Now, we drop a new video each and every day, so here's a recent drop that you might enjoy. We handpicked that one for you because if you like this video, you'll probably like that. We also got playlists like over here, so click on that if you want to see a whole list of a bunch of videos we've dropped in the past. And if you're new to the Fame Gang, be sure to subscribe and turn on them post notifications, and I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!